Good day, Droop01 here for Action Figure Review. Today we're looking at the Marvel Legends, Venompool Wave, Morbius, and Phage. Here we have them in their standard Marvel Legends packaging, and on the side we can see a good artwork of the two characters. Looking at the figure, it closely resembles the Phage in the comic books. So Phage is a member of the Life Foundation. First we have Phage. In terms of the accessories, he comes with this thing attached to his back. So he has a peg hole there which you can attach this thing here. I just noticed it because when I took it off the packaging, this thing was left behind. But it does firmly attach to his back. He is one of the figures here in this wave that comes with an accessory, and he has this blade. According to some people, he should have another blade for the other hand as well, but Hasbro only gave us one blade, and this one can be easily attached to either hand. It doesn't show whether it's a left hand or a right hand kind of a blade, though this does suggest that this should be a right hand one. So just pull his hand here and you can simply attach this one there. I must say the sculpt work is pretty good because you can see this venomized part, like this venom part, just seamlessly blend in with the rest of the body here. It can swivel as well, the blade I mean. He comes with the other parts that makes Venompool stand, the two legs, which is a surprise because he gets two parts of the Build-A-Figure, which is really good. One thing I noticed is this one is really long. Really, the blade's pretty long as it can extend almost up to the end of his feet. It's really good. How long you say? It says here that it's 8.5 centimeters, so it's almost 9 centimeters long, the blade itself from end to end. That's good. In terms of sculpt work here, this is a sculpted figure, a good sculpted figure. You can see the mouth. It's good paint work, a bit for me, though you can notice that this part, yeah, it's actually good. Yeah, the teeth work is good for this one compared to the Miles Morales that I got a while ago. Well, probably it's because Phage has bigger teeth, that's why it's better. This is sculpted as well. The lines here are sculpted. In terms of the body, that's just painted there, that's not sculpted. Also here, that's all painted. This, however, is sculpted, soft plastic, same plastic from here. This one as well. This is not sculpted, these are painted. Comparing him to the Miles Morales, which had sculpt work done on the arms, this one doesn't have any sculpt work done on anything. So it's just a plain body wherein they added this detail here and this attachment here and a different head sculpt, but it's just barely just a plain body, a male body. So yeah, it's just a few colors here. The gold, which is similar to, you know, the X-Men figures, they have this kind of gold, I think a bit pretty common, with darker gold though, different shade. Has black on the body, so it's just black and this kind of yellowish goldish color. In terms of the face, at least he has white here for the eyes and red on the mouth, tongue, and a different shade of yellow for the teeth. In terms of his height is over 15 centimeters, almost 16 centimeters, so it's above 6 inches, maybe 6.1. So let's go to the articulation part. His head can move sidewards easily with no problems. This back piece doesn't hinder it. He can he move upward? Not that much, I think. Oh, he can. It's just that my figure is new, that's why it doesn't want to move upward. So you can move upward that much for wall crawling poses. You can look downward that much. His arms can extend that far. He has a bicep swivel here. The arms can do a 360, except that this would hinder it a bit. As you can see, it goes with it, but he can do a 360. He has double jointed elbows here, so he can do that. He has a swivel in his arms, his wrist here, can hinge upward that much and downward that much. Has an ab crunch here, so he can crunch upward that much, again similar to Sunspot and the other figures, maybe using the same body mold. You can see the gap there. Can crunch downward that much, again a huge gap here. It's really bad. And just now I noticed this one, I'm not sure if for only this figure of mine you have this bad molding, so you can see that bad. Can twist, has a waist swivel here, has a upper thigh swivel here, can do that with his double jointed knees, has a lower thigh swivel here, which is cleverly hidden, can hinge that much and hinge downward that much, upward that much as well. So here we got Phage. For some size comparison, here we have Phage besides the Marvel Legends Venompool Wave Carnage and Morbius. Here him beside the Marvel Legends Venomized Ghost Spider and Morbius again. For a taller figure comparison, we have the Marvel Select Colossus and also the Marvel Legends Omega Red. Here is Phage besides the Shadow King in a Kingpin body, the Marvel Legends, and we have the Marvel Select Venom on the right. Here he is besides the Venompool Build-A-Figure and the Miles Morales Venomized version. This Morbius figure does not come in the classic outfit. Instead, it is the 90s costume that he has here in this trading card. So it closely resembles what we see here in the trading card. Probably his hair is standing up because they want you to pose him in a jumping way, like that. Maybe jumping from a bit hard. Jumping from somewhere, and yeah, that makes sense. But when you're just gonna pose him standing up still, it doesn't make sense that his hair is doing that. Probably another head sculpt would be a good thing, but this one isn't really good. So in terms of his body, this is a new sculpt work here. These ones are sculpted. The zipper here, the flap here, this one here. He has a belt here that's sculpted as well. Lower body, not much sculpt work except for this one, which is a bit fat. I don't know. So yeah. In terms of the costume, this isn't the usual costume of Morbius that you would remember if you're a kid that grew up before the 90s. For a moment, briefly, in the 90s, he once had wore this costume, but yeah, I vaguely remember it. After getting the torso from Ghost Spider and the right arm from Miles Morales, we now get the pair of legs from Phage, and you just simply plug it in here like so. Let's see there. Just plug it in there and plug the other one to the other side. It's a bit loose, so I need to push a little bit harder. Yeah, need to do some maximum effort here. There you go. Sorry about that, bit weak. And there you go, maximum effort. Did it click? Whoops. Now you have almost Venompool. For some size comparison, here we have Morbius beside the Marvel Legends Cyclops and a taller figure, the Marvel Select Sabretooth. Here he is besides the taller Marvel Select figure that I have at the moment, which is Colossus, and the Marvel Legends Omega Red. Here he is besides the Marvel Legends Kingpin with a Shadow King head and the Marvel Select Venom. Here he is besides the Venompool Build-A-Figure and the smaller Marvel Legends X-Force Wolverine. I guess the question of the day between these two is, should you get these figures? I believe most people try to get the Phage figure, and some of them get two so that they can put the two blades on both hands. But in terms of the Morbius, this is not really a good figure, to be honest. There was a time that I mentioned that I felt it was a knockoff of Batman Who Laughs in terms of the costume design, but yeah, this is actually a costume from the 90s. So let me know in the comments below, do you think this is Morbius is a must-have figure? But I think for most people, Phage is the one that is a must-have, though his sculpt work is pretty simple, very plain. There's not much sculpt work done on his body. There you go. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.